Just talk us through the new findings and, in particular, these concerns between the link between these rare blood clots and the Oxford jab.
There is still no data, no evidence to support that there is a definite link between these blood clots and the AstraZeneca Oxford vaccine. The EMA, that's the European Medicines Agency, the World Health Organization, and our own MHRA have looked at the data they have so far, but nothing to suggest, or no evidence, no hard evidence to suggest that these vaccines were causing these very rare blood clots. They have happened in extremely rare cases, in a very small number of cases on the continent, and that's enough to prompt governments to act independently on the continent. The Germans, for example, they're not administering the AstraZeneca Oxford vaccine to anyone under the age of 60. So they've taken that decision, and that's not the decision that the EMA has pushed onto its members. It says the vaccine is still safe, and that's certainly what the MHRA says. But what has happened this evening is that Oxford University has said it's pausing a clinical trial among children of this vaccine, administering this vaccine to some people who are taking part in clinical trials. And these clinical trials happen all the time. We heard from Pfizer just last week that it was conducting its own trials in children, and we even spoke to some children who were taking part in those trials. Now, let me read to you what Oxford has said about this vaccine. It says, whilst there are still no safety concerns in the paediatric clinical trial, we await additional information from the MHRA on its review of rare cases of thrombosis that have been reported in adults. That means that the MHRA is still looking at the evidence. It's still carrying out its review into the safety of this vaccine. And then this statement goes on to say, before giving any further vaccinations in the trial, and that's really important. Children aren't routinely vaccinated for COVID-19. This is a small trial that's taking place, and that's what has been paused. Parents and children should continue to attend all scheduled visits and can contact the trial sites if they have concerns. But what this will do, Sophie, is this will put another question mark, another flag against the vaccine, because now people will look at it and say, well, if Oxford are pausing clinical trials in young children, does that mean it's not safe? No, it doesn't mean that. What it means is they are waiting for the MHRA to look at the evidence and to guide them further. For now, everyone, including the MHRA, the World Health Organization, the EMA, and anyone connected with the vaccine and its safety, says it is safe to use. But of course, there have been some deaths which have prompted some governments to stop giving that vaccine to younger people.